Yes, we are back. We are back, friends, with another video, and it is damn bright in here. I might just adjust these blinds, actually. There we go. That's a little bit better. Today I want to talk about your flaws. The things that you hate about yourself that you feel hold you back in some way or that aren't as good as what someone else has going for them. Now, these could be physical flaws, they could be mental flaws, they could be emotional flaws. It's something in you or it's something about you that you personally don't like or you hate or you feel is somehow not good enough about yourself when you compare yourself to other people. You know, probably the most important thing that I've learned about accepting your flaws is that everybody has flaws. Nobody is perfect. It doesn't matter who the person is, they have something about themselves, whether it's a physical, an emotional, or a mental thing about themselves that they're not happy with, that they feel like is holding them back or is less than everyone else in their own way. Are some people born with good looks or a good physique or very tall or with great intelligence or whatever? Absolutely. It is not fair in terms of the gene pool. We all have our own unique situation and our own unique lot in life that we have to deal with, but each of us has flaws and things that can potentially hold us back if we choose to think about them in the wrong way. In case you didn't notice, I'm a very bald man and I also have quite a red face. In fact, one of my most popular videos on my YouTube channel is all about living life with a red face. And just recently, I had a mole removed off the top of my forehead here, which is still kind of scarring, and unfortunately looks like I have a zit on my forehead all the time. And so I thought it was a perfect time for me to make this video about accepting and living with your flaws and potentially overcoming them in your life. So today in this video, I want to share with you a couple of ideas that I have learned personally that have helped me to accept my flaws and will hopefully help you to see them in a different light, to realize that they may not be holding you back as much as you think, and they're definitely not stopping you living the life that you want to live. So the first thing that I have learned about accepting your flaws is that everyone else accepts them. Everyone else in the world sees you exactly as you are and they don't judge you for it. In fact, they don't actually even care. It doesn't occur to them that the flaw that you think that you have is as bad as it is. They don't have any emotional connection to the flaws that you feel you have. Nobody is walking around worried about the fact that I have no hair. Right? You don't care. I'm the only one who cares. And that is something that you need to realize about your flaws as well, is that people aren't putting as much energy as you are into it, if they're even thinking about it at all. In fact, they're more worried about what you're thinking of them, what the world is thinking about the things that they perceive as flaws in themselves. So you have to remember this, that everyone else already accepts it. It's only you who is resisting accepting the things about yourself that you don't like. Once you reach that point and you realize that the world is kind of forgiven you, you can start to forgive yourself as well and to move on from it. Even though you have these flaws, that they're there, you don't need to hold on to them and beat yourself up about them because nobody else is. The second thing that I have learned about accepting your flaws is that if you really want to fix it, you can. There are ways and means that you can fix most of the things that you don't like about yourself. If there is genuinely something that you are unhappy with in your life that you feel is holding you back or is lowering your confidence or is not letting you be the person you want to be, there are strategies and solutions that you can find out there that will help you to improve it. Now, about 10 years ago, I actually got my front teeth veneered because I was very unhappy with the way that they looked. I was just born with misleveled teeth. One had a little bit of a stain on it and it just didn't look very good and it lowered my confidence. So I spent around $6,500 getting my teeth fixed. It took me several years to save up the money. It took me a couple more years to decide to actually go for it. But as soon as I did it, I felt like that flaw was completely gone and I had a huge confidence boost in my ability to smile. So the reason I tell you that is because you have the ability to fix most of the flaws that you have. Let's say you're not in shape. Let's say you're overweight. You can proactively do things to fix that. If you're going bald like me, you can actually go and get a hair transplant or a hairpiece or something like that if you really want to. I haven't gone that route yet, but who knows, maybe in the future I will. Just be warned. But the point is that you can proactively do things about it. In my other video where I talked about living life with a red face, I mentioned several things that I have learned that had helped me to reduce the redness that I had on my face. It took me a long time to figure them out, a lot of trial and error, but I found solutions that worked for me. So the point here is, if there is something in your life that you are beating yourself up about, if it is a physical flaw in some way, there potentially is something you can do about it. Whether it is a cosmetic surgery, or it's getting in shape, or it's something something else that you need to do physically, there are solutions that you can take. It might take a lot longer than you think to get it solved, or it might cost money, or it might take change and effort that you don't really want to make yet. But once you decide seriously that you want to do it, you can do it for yourself. And the third idea that I have for you is that no matter what your flaw is, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, it can't stop you from living the life you want to live. Nobody has ever turned me down for a job or a speaking gig or anything like that because I had no hair. Nobody has ever rejected me specifically because my face was redder than somebody else. Have people commented on the fact that I have no hair? Yes. Have people commented lately that I had a mole removed and it looks a bit weird? Yes. But that hasn't stopped me living my life and doing the things that I wanted to do. And my friend, I want to encourage you to do the same thing in your life. There are things that you want to do with your life, their ambitions, their desires, their dreams, their hopes, whatever the flaws are that you think that you have, they don't have to stop you and limit you and prohibit you. If you look around the world, I guarantee you there is another person who has the same flaw as you and has succeeded in a big way. You probably know someone out there, maybe a celebrity or a public figure, who has a very similar flaw to you, whether it's physical or mental or in their character, whatever, that has succeeded in spite of it. So use that as inspiration. Realize that it can't stop you and that you can grow and become the person you want to be. If there's something about you physically or mentally or emotionally that you are beating yourself up about and you're thinking that you can't move ahead in your life because of it, that is you playing a trick on yourself. That is you finding an excuse and using that thing as a reason why you don't want to succeed. When in fact, I would challenge you to say that very often it's actually fear that's holding you back, whether it's fear of failure, rejection, whatever. You are using this flaw that you perceive as a reason not to succeed or not to keep trying to succeed. So I want to reiterate here, no matter what it is, it can't stop you. It can't stop you from living the life that you want to lead and becoming the person you want to be. My friend, like I said in the beginning, all of us have flaws. We all perceive our flaws as much worse than anybody else's. We think that the world is judging us harshly when actually it's us that is judging us harshly. We're not judging anyone else half as harshly as we're judging ourselves, and we're much kinder to everybody else out there than we are to ourselves. So you need to flip that around and realize that if you are kind to yourself, if you're accepting of the things that are part of who you are, you can actually move forward in your life with a sense of peace and a sense of calm, and you can be empowered. Very often the flaws that we have help us to build character. If everything in our life was perfect from the beginning, then we wouldn't grow and develop as people. The flaws that you have in yourself, whether they are internal or external, they are given to you to help you to grow your character, to succeed and to develop in spite of the things that you perceive are holding you back. Everybody's on their own journey, and the things that you see that might be holding you back might actually someday be an advantage, particularly if they help you to build character and to develop the skills in your life. My friend, my name is Daniel Midson-Short. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment below sharing what you have overcome in your life, what flaws you've been accepting and working past. And if you like what I'm sharing here, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Thanks as always for watching, and thank you for improving yourself.